at Trinity Health, a $21 billion Catholic healthcare delivery system in the United States. Mrs. Washington is responsible for the strategic leadership of brand building, demand creation, digital marketing, crisis management, communication, and community engagement. She is redefining marketing and communications for the system with a focus on driving digital transformation and partnering to improve the care experience to be moved more integrated, inclusive, and customer-centric. Prior to joining Trinity Health, she served as Chief Marketing Officer for Champion Pet Foods, Chief Marketing and Innovative Officer for Jamba Juice, and was a marketing leader at Procter & Gamble, Nestle's Purina, and Luxia Retail. Mrs. Washington currently serves on the corporate board of Amyris Incorporated. Some of her accomplishments, and only some of them, include selection as Becker's Healthcare Outstanding Health System Customer Experience Officer, Savoy Magazine Top 100 Most Influential Blacks in Corporate America, Diversity Woman Media's The Elite 100, Millennium Alliance's Digital Healthcare Innovator of the Year, and one of Black Enterprise's top women executives in advertising and marketing. Mrs. Washington received her Bachelor of Arts degree in Chemistry and Psychology from Emory University, a Master of Business Administration degree from Washington University, and a Master of Healthcare Leadership from Union Institute and University, and an Executive in Education Certificate on Driving Digital and Social Strategy from Harvard University. As a certified executive coach and champion of diversity, equity, and inclusion, she has helped companies build more inclusive and effective teams. Mrs. Washington is a new author of an inspirational book entitled Recipes for Joyous Living, a story about her mother's faith and victory when faced with life's challenges. She is married and has 3 children. Mrs. Washington, we look forward to your remarks. Please welcome Mrs. Julie Spencer Washington.
Good afternoon, Union. To Dr. Webb, to the board members, to faculty, to staff, and to the class of 2023. I am excited to be here with you. I'm humbled by the opportunity to share with you today just a few thoughts that mark this milestone occasion in your lives. I, though, first need to say thank you to my shero, my #1 cheerleader, my role model, my mother, Suli Gooden Spencer. I also say thank you to my husband, 3 children, to friends and family who held me up in prayer when I told them in 2021, hey, I'm going back to school to pursue another master's, and I'm gonna not only serve on Union's board, I'm going to become a student of Union Institute. And so for them, I have a heartfelt thank you for the enduring and the time that you sacrificed and the prayers that you offered on my behalf. And so I stand before you because I decided that good wasn't good enough. And I know that when more is available to you, then you have a responsibility then to do better. And so with that as my mindset, I jumped in with both feet to my master's program here at Union. Yes, I was excited. I entered the online classroom with excitement, but if I was honest, with trepidation. Because now I had to figure out how was I going to balance life's priorities with also going back into the classroom and being a student. I leaned heavily on the first affirmation poem my mom gave to me when I was in middle school. It was actually the thing that was my source of encouragement and inspiration through the 2 years of study. And so I share it with you today in hopes that it will help you as you pursue your life purpose. The poem is entitled, Don't Quit. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, when you want to smile, but you just have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes will learn. And many a failure turns about when we might have won had we only stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You might have succeeded with another blow. It's that poem that resonated in my heart. And when I realized when I said yes to union, how strange life really would be. Life has a way of coming full circle. My Cincinnati mentor of almost 20 years, Dr. Dick Aft, is a union graduate. He's a former union board trustee and president. It was Dick that told me about Union Institute when we were serving on the Cincinnati Chamber Orchestra Board. He believed in my commitment to community service and social change, and he thought it aligned well with Union's mission and an advancement for adult learners. Over the years, Dick dropped some hints about me pursuing a doctorate degree at Union, as well as considering a career in higher education. Well, I stand here today as a lifelong learner who values wise counsel from mentors and friends who have seen things in me that I didn't see in myself. While I did not complete Union's doctorate degree, I am a proud Union alumnus. I am today a Union commencement speaker. And who knows, in the future, maybe I'll be a Union PhD recipient if Dr. Webb and Dr. Aft have anything to say about it. Don't quit. Well, doing my Master's of Healthcare Leadership coursework, I not only learned about global healthcare, I had a wonderful classmate, thank you, Justin, because he in particular I call out because Justin, they say iron sharpens iron. I was sharpened in my healthcare experience because of a student and several professors who expanded my understanding of the complexities, the opportunities, and the characteristics of the U.S. health system. The weekly readings, the written assignments, and the due dates, coupled with the rigor of everyday corporate life, required me to dedicate most of my weekends to schoolwork. The sacrifice was required, but I kept hearing, don't quit. I spent a lot of time researching the topic of breast cancer, health equity, and patient experience, as it particularly pertains to Black women. I'm indebted to every professor who helped me hone my understanding of the problems, the policies, the social determinants of health, the ethical dilemmas, and economics that were related to this issue. In 2021, I revisited a draft of a book that I had started in 2017. My mother and I would subsequently co-author that book in 2022. It's entitled Recipes for Joyous Living, A Story of Inspiration. My mother, she's a 4-time cancer survivor. 2 of those occurrences were breast cancer. Armed now with personal understanding and a wider lens of healthcare, I was determined to share my mother's story so that Black women in particular would be encouraged to make choices that lead to better health and longer lives. Well, one of my mom's recipes in the book is about having something to look forward to. At the end of every chapter, she shares a personal reflection, and so I want to share with you what she wrote in chapter 1 about looking forward to something. And I quote, "None of my 5 older sisters lived to see 70. I was given the opportunity at 78 to witness and participate in wonderful events in my family's life, which made the pain and dark moments of cancer worth the fight. I learned that if I framed my mind around the positives in life and kept my focus and faith anchored in God, I would be able to be victorious in the end. I became a victorious woman." Each of us should have something worth hoping for and looking forward to. It will get you through moments when you aren't sure that you really can make it. I found out that God is bigger than what doctors say, what people say, or our own feelings and even our own fears. God's ableness is bigger than anything we encounter, no matter how bleak or overwhelming the situation or the diagnosis, unquote. Well, at 85, my mom is a great example of don't quit. And I'm sure each of you have learned a myriad of things about yourself, your gifts, and your level of determination during your time at Union. For me, the class of 2023 reflects the excellence and commitment to a dream and to a goal. Whether it was traveling for work, being a caregiver, supporting children in their extracurricular activities, grieving the loss of a loved one, dealing with your own illnesses, dealing with COVID, dealing with mental health challenges. All the while, you were writing papers, you were doing research for your capstone, you were defending your dissertation, you were coordinating calls with your classmates, you were engaging in field experiences because you too heard the call. Don't quit. Those who know me can attest to the fact that I always have a plan A and a plan B. And so when I entered Union, I had mapped out my course. I knew how long it was going to take to complete my master's. 6 months in, I had to withdraw from coursework for the next 5 months. An unexpected work situation required me to take additional responsibilities on and cover a leadership vacancy. As I contemplated re-enrolling, the thought entered my mind, you know, I really don't need this other master's degree. After all, I already have an MBA. My boss isn't even asking me to get this degree. And by the way, I'm already in the executive suite. Well, those were the words I had rolling around in my head. But then I became my own executive coach, and I had a conversation with Julie. And I asked her, hey Julie, how would we handle this if we were talking to your 3 children? Well, that changed the thinking right quick and in a hurry. I've always encouraged my children to complete what they start. I've always said that you have to give your best. And I've always said you must finish strong. Well, with that as my new North Star, not re-engaging was a violation of my own principles. So I dusted myself off, I took a deep breath, I revised my plan, and I re-enrolled in Union. Don't quit. I hear some of you asking me the question, Julie, why can't I quit? In corporate America, we always say, thank you for the question. I'm not exactly sure we're always happy for the question, but we thank you for the question. And so thank you for asking that question, whoever's in the audience. The reason why you can't quit is because the world is waiting on you. Yes, I'm talking to you. We need you to show up on the scene of life and shine light in a dark place. Union has equipped you to think expansively, to research comprehensively, to dig deep within, to wrestle with ideas, and to work collaboratively, all in the hopes that you will be the ones to solve the hard problems, to help shape the future, to advocate for those who are on the margins of life, to bring social justice to the forefront, and to change policies that divide and exclude versus unite and include. In his song Anthem, Leonard Cohen uses the refrain, and I quote, "There's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in," unquote. Each of you took a leap of faith when you trusted Union to guide you through your academic journey. Union has cracked open the door to our minds and to our hearts, and with this small but ever so powerful entrance of light, we have what we need to proceed. Don't quit. What then do we do when we turn our tassels as a class in 2023? Let me share what I promised myself that I would do. I'm doubling down on my commitment to public service, equity, and to social justice. I am blessed to work for an organization who supports my passion for the inclusion of all and allows me the space to partner in community endeavors related to education, to women, to children, to diversity, to equity, and to inclusion. I will continue to lift my voice and to increase the visibility to those who are not always seen and not always heard. I will raise equality issues that must be addressed and must be improved. I am inspired to join my two sons and a host of family members who are also in our class of 2023, where we are all partnering in freedom, liberty, and justice for all. I say a thank you to Union for pouring into me and for growing me toward this experience both as board trustee and as student. I am a better healthcare leader and one inspired to be one of the ones that we've been looking for and that we've been waiting on to improve healthcare for our communities. So in closing, today we are student athletes. We're completing and crossing the finish line. It's time to get in the starting blocks. The stage has been prepared. The starter is standing on the sideline. Are you ready? I mean, are you really ready? I think you are because I see you glowing in your cap and gown. Well, on your mark, get set. I see your eyes dancing because you can see your future. So let's go. The best is yet to come. Go be great. Make a difference in the world, for the world needs you now more than ever. Celebrate your accomplishments as the victorious athletes that you are. Find your don't quit partner who will encourage you to keep dreaming, to keep striving, and to keep achieving. Well, the last two stanzas of the Don't Quit poem says, "Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the cloud of doubt, and you will never know how close you are. It may be near when it's seen afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you mustn't quit." As the singer sang today, Keep moving forward, no turning back. Face the future bravely, never turning back. Blessings be with each of you, and remember, don't quit.